What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the AFC South Roundtable. I'm your host, Tony Dow with Roundtable Sports, and this is, once again, your AFC South Roundtable. We are joined by the usual suspects, top of the division, Harley filling in for Ruben right now. Second place, we have Derek for the Indianapolis Colts. Then we have Michael Bishop in third place and UCF Jaguar down in the basement. But you know what? 0-4 isn't so bad when you have a divisional opponent this week to try to redeem yourself, UCF. We're going to get into that and so much more right here on AFC South Roundtable. All right, without further ado, let's get started. But right before we do, just want you to know that this stream is being powered by BetUS. Receive a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit using code YouTube150. Again, that is YouTube150. And if you take advantage of that bonus, you'll also receive your next two deposits at 125% bonus. All right. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. Make sure, though, that you gamble responsibly. If you have any issues gambling responsibly, the site also has resources that can help you. The site is not just sportsbook, ladies and gentlemen. It also has live betting, casino, racebook, and BetUS TV, where all sports shows are represented. Go online, get into the action now, whether you want to get in on the casino, racebook, or just your NFL football. Week 5 odds are out. Take advantage of the opportunity. Again, if you're looking for a sports book, BetUS is where to be. All right, let's get into it. We have some big-time matchups this week, but first and foremost, we got to talk about the fact that the Titans are on a bye, Michael Bishop. What do you all do this weekend? Do you lick your wounds? How do you handle your bye week, or do you watch your opponents coming up?
Well, it's just the most key component, like you said. It's just get the injuries all healed up, give everybody a chance to catch their breath, because after that, it's gas pedal at that point. You got guys that are going to go 100 miles an hour and a lot of big games coming up, so the Titans have got to get this opportunity to try and just cross the T's, dot the I's, and just see what they can do going forward for the rest of the year.
All right, well, there you have it. You guys enjoy your bye. You get the kickback, watch the Texans, the Colts, and the Jags play this weekend. And we're going to go straight to the Texans at home versus the Bills. Is that correct? The Texans are at home, right?
Yes.
All right, this is a tough matchup for the Texans right here. I want to start out with Michael here. How do you see this one playing out, and what is your score prediction?
All right, so who do we got the Texans playing again?
The Bills.
The Bills. All right. So, I mean, offensively, this should be a shootout. I mean, it should. The Bills didn't show up last week against the Ravens, so I expect the Bills to be pretty pissed off coming into this one. So how do I feel? Do I feel the Bills are going to come and slap Houston around, or is Houston going to come back and actually finish the game out without any worries? You know what, Harley? I'm going to be on your side for this one. So give me Houston in this one, but I'm going to go overtime. Give me Houston in overtime, 30-27.
30-27, Houston in overtime. Interesting. UCF, how you see this one playing out?
Yeah, I'm actually really interested in this one because, I mean, the Texans are 3-1, but their 3 wins came against, honestly, I don't think they're good. Like Chicago Bears, I don't think are good. The Jaguars, I know aren't good. And I'm not super impressed with the Colts, especially given the turnovers Anthony Richardson was having. And their one test I think that they kind of failed against the Vikings. And then they turned around, and I thought the Jaguars were going to get a much more angry Texans team, but they still came out a little bit sluggish. But now, they can't sleep on the Bills. Now it's like, okay, what kind of team are we? It's week 5. The Bills are going to come in extremely angry. We saw the Bills on Monday Night Football completely demolish the Jaguars. And yeah, they're cream of the crop when it comes to the AFC. I mean, if the Texans want to go to the Super Bowl and represent the Super Bowl in the AFC, they're going to have to get through, the Bills or the Chiefs, or most likely both. So this one is a big, big test here. I am not super confident in the way that the Texans are playing that they will be able to get it done. I do have a pretty high scoring game. I'll say that the Bills win, in a back and forth game, 31-27.
31-27. Derek, what you got on this one?
Yeah, should be definitely a high-scoring game. Two very good offenses. And, with the Bills losing the way that they did on Sunday Night Football, I have a feeling that they will come back and, start having a revenge tour here. It takes one really bad loss for a team to get a good look in the mirror and say, we got to do more. And I think they will definitely resurge, especially since, James Cook's been pretty good this year at running the football. He wasn't good this last week. But teams have been able to run the football on the Texans. And like Dalton said, the Houston Texans have been winning against, bad teams, but the one of few times they actually do face a really good team, they, got smacked. Even if they're going to be at home this time around, I do believe that the Buffalo Bills will get the upper hand. I will go 31-24 Buffalo in that game.
Man, 31-24. Harley, no respect. How do you feel about this game, and what do you think is going to happen with your score prediction?
It's understandable for sure. Obviously, I've already hyped on, the Texans and the underwhelming performances, the underwhelming victories. Overall, this team, they're going to be rocking the H-Town Blue jerseys for the first time at home against the Buffalo Bills. So that should be something different, something new, something fresh. I know the Bills, they just came off a beatdown and they should be coming in angry. The Houston Texans' biggest thing is, I would say, get the ball first, score first. You want to punch them in the mouth, try to deflate whatever they got, whatever hype they got going on. You got the home crowd behind you, regardless of how the home crowd was last week. It's a different conversation. But the Texans, I'm going to give it to him, man. I'm going to try to keep the hope alive that this offense somehow figures it out. Joe Mixon should be ready to play this game. Last time we saw Joe Mixon, he ran $150. I'm hoping that the offensive line with Joe Mixon just seems a lot different compared to Cam Akers and J.J. Taylor that did not look pretty whatsoever, especially watching the All-22. Lots of just missed gaps that Cam Akers just wasn't going. I don't know. He looks super slow. Joe Mixon is a legit running back in this league. The Houston Texans, 31-30. They bounce back. They get a big win, and they try to finally enter themselves early in the NFL season into that upper echelon category of top NFL teams.
Man, oh man, we shall see what ends up happening in this game, but it will be a good one. Is this game at 1 o'clock or?
It's a 12 o'clock game. Yeah, or 12 o'clock Central Time.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Eastern, folks.
Because now you said the Texans are at home, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, let's move on to the divisional matchup of the week. The Indianapolis Colts go on the road versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Man, oh man, Jags, you're home. This is the opportunity. You got a divisional rival coming. I'm going to start out with Harley. How do you see this one playing out in your score prediction?
I wonder the circumstances around Josh Allen Hines. Well, I don't know what's going on there, but I wonder the circumstances I know he had got hurt in our game. If he's playing, Joe Flacco, we know Joe Flacco pretty well. We played him in the playoffs against the Browns, and we did pretty good against him. At the end of the day, you're talking about a guy that, a veteran, but he's a statue back there. If the Jags could create some sort of pressure, if they could try to do something, it's tough to go with them just considering what I just saw Sunday. I thought they should have beaten our Texans. No, just be honest. But they are at home, right? The Colts haven't beat Jacksonville, y'all said, since 2014. Let's run it up. Let's get a win for the Jaguars. Why not? Let's get a smile on UCF's face. Let's try to get a 26-23 win. Jacksonville beats the Colts and upsets Derek, gets UCF happy. How about that?
Man, oh man, some love for the Jags, Derek. Oh man, tough road there. Michael, talk to us. What do you have in this in your score prediction?
Man, this just comes down to just who's more injury riddled at this point. UCF's just crawling back home and hoping that his defense can hold together. And on Derek's side, you're really just hoping Joe Flacco can come out and have another solid performance like he did last week and not flip to like, Joe Flacco does every once in a while and just disappear for some teams. I mean, that being said, history seems to be on, the Jaguar side, but I hate to do this to UCF, but I'm going to have to go with the Colts in this one. I think that the Colts will squeak it out. I think you guys have just been – you're getting hurt at the worst time possible, and it just seems like you're going to slip to 0-5 at this point.
What's your score prediction again?
Give me a tight one in this one. We'll go 16-13.
Man, that's a heartbreaker there.
All right.
All right, Derek and UCF themselves. Let's start off with Derek in this one. How do you see it playing out, and what's your score prediction?
Well, first of all, these guys immediately jumping on the it's going to be Joe Flacco thing. Again, we don't know if Anthony Richardson is going to play in this game or not. There is a good chance that he does, so it might still actually be the Anthony Richardson show anyway. But I hate this. Because it's the 1 week out of the year where I, as a fan, since I said this in an epic rant in 2021 when the Indianapolis Colts lost at the end of the 2021-2022 season, where Carson Wentz had a QBR of a 4.7 and proceeded to go on a live stream after that game and went on a epic 40-minute rant. And in that rant, I proceeded to tell my channel and all Colts fans that follow that until the Indianapolis Colts beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville, I will never pick this team to beat Jacksonville there ever. I won't do it. And I won't go back on my word now. I am praying that the Colts break the curse, man. I'm praying it. It would nothing. It's like Ohio State beating Michigan. You can lose every other game all year, but if you win that one, then all of a sudden it's you can look back on that one moment and say, that felt really nice. That's the one exciting thing about it. So as much as I would love for my team to finally beat these Jaguars at home, we have seen much better Colts teams face even worse Jacksonville teams in Jacksonville in recent memory and still fail to come out with a victory in Jacksonville. So as much as I want my team to win, I'm going to say we're going to lose. We're going to lose 27-21 off of Trevor Lawrence having a 350-yard, 3-touchdown day because he does it every time in Jacksonville.
Wow. We got Derek going against his own team, UCF. This might be a trap, man. You tell us what you got and what's your score prediction.
Yeah, I almost feel Derek in the sense of like, dude, I would not pick the Jaguars to really beat anybody at this point, even the Colts, but the only way I'm picking the Jaguars to win a game is if it is at home against the Indianapolis Colts, because man, the Jaguars haven't lost to the Colts since Chad Henne was a starting quarterback.
I was a junior in high school when the last time the Colts beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville.
We've had starting quarterbacks like, Blake Bortles, Cody Kessler, Gardner Minshew, obviously Trevor Lawrence, and I'm sure there's some other quarterbacks in there that I'm forgetting about and it's been it's really strange because the Jaguars have had some really, really bad team. Like I think Cody Kessler beat Andrew Luck when Andrew Luck was having a really good season. It's just
he did.
It's weird. It's very, very weird how the Jaguars kind of show up and the Colts just don't in Jacksonville in this matchup. And yeah, and like Derek was saying, Trevor Lawrence does really, really good against Gus Bradley's cover 3 defense. The Jaguars showed some life last week against the Texans, which was kind of good to see because they didn't have a pulse against the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football. So yeah, like in this combination, I do have the Jaguars winning just because man, how can I not? History is on our side. So I'll say the Jaguars win this one 20-17.
20-17. Where there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The AFC South Roundtable prediction show is right here. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you let your friends and family members know about the channel as well. We'll see. Time always tells. We'll see how this weekend ends up. And I think that it's going to end up being a tighter race in the division for some strange reason. Time will tell. Thank you all for tuning in. Any last words, UCF?
Nope. Go Jags.
All right. What about you, Michael?
As always, take care and tighten up. We resting. We're going to be back.
Derek?
Please, Indianapolis, just please end my suffering, please.
And what about you, Harley?
It's always H-Town till we drown over here, baby.
All right. Well, don't forget this stream is being powered by BetUS, ladies and gentlemen. Take advantage of that 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit using code YouTube150. Thank you all for tuning in. We love you all. Until next time, peace.